Hey, Dad, can I give you a call back? I'm just heading into a...
Meredith, honey, you might want to step out for a minute.
Solid voice acting. You're about to get that bad news. Let's try Pieces Left Behind. It is a heartfelt game, one of those sad ones. And let's go to the store page and see what it has to say for itself, because it does it better than I could. So, after her passing, a grandmother's home holds decades of untold memories. Step into a heartfelt narrative journey through objects, voice acting, and beautifully crafted environments. That's the game. Settings. We're in display. Everything is the highest it'll go, pretty much. Audio, we turn down the music a bit. Everything else is default. Language, English. Let's go into new game, shall we? Pieces Left Behind.
Hey, Dad, can I give you a call back? I'm just heading into a...
Meredith, honey, you might want to step out for a minute.
Solid voice acting. You're about to get that bad news.
Dad? What's wrong?
It's Grandma Peggy. She passed away last night.
What? No. That can't. I just talked to her last week.
I called her this morning like I always do, but she didn't answer. So I asked Sarah to check on her. When Sarah went over, she found that Grandma had passed away in her sleep. The doctor said she went peacefully. No pain.
But she was fine. She sounded fine. I was going to visit next month after this project wrapped up. I was finally going to make it out there.
I know, sweetheart. I know.
I can't believe I wasn't there. She was all alone.
She understood how busy you've been. She was always so proud of you.
She was?
More than you know. Listen, the funeral's on Saturday. Susan's already here helping with arrangements, and Linda's flying in tomorrow.
Saturday. Okay. I'll get a flight out tonight. I just need to figure some things out.
Take your time. Just come when you're ready. And, Meredith?
Yeah?
After the funeral, we'll eventually need someone to go through Grandma's house. Decide what to keep, what to donate. I thought, maybe...
You want me to do it?
Only if you're up for it. It might give you some time to process everything. That house meant a lot to her. To all of us.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you, honey. It'll be good for you to spend time there. In a way, it's like being with her again.
In the house where she lived for 60 years, surrounded by all of her things, but without her there.
She left pieces of herself in everything she touched, Mare. You'll feel it when you're there.
It's the name of the game.
The funeral was quiet. We shared stories, shed tears, promised to keep her memory alive. And now, here I am.
And that's how we set up.
Standing on the
house.
porch of Grandma Peggy's house, key in hand, facing the pieces she left behind.
Pieces left behind. For once, this is not a horror game. Does everything load in? I hope so. Does not. Oh boy, hold on. Let's fix these settings, shall we? So display. We want the shadows down to medium. Everything else can stay on high. Break sync on. I put it down to 2K. The game runs a bit better now. So can we turn the lights on? Great. Turn these lights on. Of course it's raining, signifying that she's crying. Why do we have a freaking glow stick?
I need to organize her belongings before I go.
I just want to see what it looks like outside. See, we've seen this house before. Okay. What we got in here? Oh, we got a picture. In the living room, there's 11 things. There's no text. So we literally have to look through things. The rain is a bit loud. I'm gonna turn that down. Audio. We got a completely dark room. Hey, what you got in there?
This is a record of the most difficult period our family faced. After the business failure, they incurred a lot of debt, and Grandmother had to meticulously plan every expense. Grandmother called this period our family's test. She protected the family by counting every penny. She tried to shield the children from feeling the economic hardship.
There are 7 things in this playroom. Here's another thing.
The 1973 oil crisis shook the entire U.S. economy, especially hitting the construction industry hard. Grandfather's business took a direct hit. The sudden economic crisis overturned all plans. People no longer had the means to build or repair homes, and material prices skyrocketed. Grandfather's business struggled to survive. This is the original design for this very house we're in now. Grandfather designed and built it himself for the family. To Grandfather, this house wasn't just a building, but the realization of a dream. Creating a safe space for his family was his greatest pride.
Hey.
Grandfather's darkest period. After the business failure, he began to rely on alcohol. But eventually, he chose the path of recovery for his family. Grandfather didn't talk much about this experience, but he cherished this memorial coin throughout his life, evidence of overcoming life's most difficult challenge. Documents from when grandmother returned to the workplace after 10 years. She got a job at a local medical center with the help of her neighbor Sarah. This reemployment meant more than just a job to grandmother. It was an opportunity to take responsibility for the family's livelihood while rediscovering her identity.
Okay, we're back. Game suffers a lot of, has some performance issues. Randomly, it'll just start just freezing up, such. What about this weapon? Can't interact with those. No story behind those.
Grandmother and grandfather decided to receive counseling to save their marriage. It was quite a progressive choice at that time. Grandmother said this period was the most difficult but most growth-oriented time in their marriage. They learned that true relationships become stronger when overcoming difficulties together. Grandmother and grandfather decided to receive counseling to save their marriage. It was quite a progressive choice at that time.
Yeah, this is a long letter.
Grandmother said this period was the most difficult but most growth-oriented time in their marriage.
Okay, I found the last one, which is right here. Hopefully we get through it without the game going
Evidence
crazy.
of grandfather reemployed as a laborer at Westgate Construction. It hurt his pride at first, but he accepted a new start for his family.
And that's everything in the playroom.
In 1973, everything started to fall apart. They called it an energy crisis. At first, it seemed like a distant story only heard on the news. Then one day, Bill came home early, his face pale. Material prices had risen nearly 50% overnight, he said. Customers began canceling contracts, and debts piled up. Bill would punch numbers into the calculator every night, trying to find a way out. But the situation worsened every month. In early 1975, Bill had to lay off his last employees. That night, I found him in the garage, holding a whiskey bottle. For the first time, I saw defeat in his eyes. "I'm sorry, Peggy. I've ruined everything," he said. The situation deteriorated quickly. Bill would come home late or not at all, smelling of alcohol. The distance between us grew larger. Robert and Susan began asking questions. Why doesn't Dad come home for dinner? Every time I looked at the household accounts, my heart seemed to stop. Mortgage payments, food, school supplies. I was overwhelmed by how to manage it all. So I decided to start working again after 10 years. With Sarah's help, I found work at a local medical center. It was reception at first, but later I could use my nursing skills again. I still remember the joy and fear of receiving my first paycheck. Joy that I could support my family, and fear about what it would mean to Bill. A few weeks after I started working, I had a big fight with Bill. When he came home drunk, I said this can't continue, that he had to change, for the children's sake, if nothing else. That night, I mentioned separation for the first time. I saw fear in his eyes. Bill started seeing a counselor with the help of Sarah's husband, Eddie. He resisted at first, but gradually began to stop drinking. Family counseling was really difficult. We all had to learn new ways of speaking and listening. March 15th, 1977, was 1 year since Bill had completely quit drinking. He showed me the 1-year anniversary coin he received from AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. And he said, "Peggy, I couldn't have done this without you and the kids. Even on my worst days, knowing you were there made me want to get better." Bill got a job
Man,
as
this
a
is the whole
regular
story.
laborer. For someone who once ran his own business, it was a matter of great pride to work under someone else.
How long is it going to go?
But he went to work dutifully every day to pay off debts and support our family.
At least it's not.
In the summer of 1978,
Suffering
we took
frame
a
rate
family
jumps.
vacation for the first time in a long while to Cape Cod Beach. Nothing special, just picnicking on the beach, riding the waves. But our smiles in that photo were real, like peace after a storm. That crisis made us stronger rather than breaking us. Bill and I learned a lot about each other and about ourselves. We realized that marriage is not a union of perfect people, but a journey where imperfect people grow together.
And that's the end of the playroom. The bonds were restored in the 70s. That room has been conquered. This is the next one, but we'll say that for another time. This has been Pieces Left Behind. And it's an alright game. Pretty much you're just going through this house, listening to the backstory of all the items that are significant. And you get a synopsis once you find each and everything in all of the rooms. Until next time.